Hey guys, how's it going? It's Hobo Yeti here. Um, Once again, my tripod has failed completely, and I don't know how it got broke, but it was in my backpack and it snapped, and so I've got to rig it up with safety pins and whatnot. Uh, my month in review for October, it has been really up and down, honestly. Really up and down, not pleasant. Uh, some highlights, the leaves have been changing, and that's been really pretty initially. Um, you know, the leaves have been changing, and uh, some vibrant yellows and golds and reds, and but now at the end of the month, that's pretty much done. There's still some green out here, but it's kind of um, this is what winter is going to be, and so the temperature last night got down to 39. It's the first time it's broke below 40. I'm doing fine in here. A little bit of condensation, staying warm. I've got a 30-degree bag and another 30-degree bag. um, and of course, I've got my shoot. I don't know what's wrong with my hat. I've got two hats on. Um, but I'm staying warm. It's the end of the month, of course, so as always, dealing with that whole, I had some tuna the other day, and it just knocked me out. I don't know if there's something in tuna that's causing me to, maybe it's the bread. I don't know. Let's see, I'm very distracted, so bear with me. I got, I was able to get my ID, and that was pretty cool. I contacted Google, YouTube, Google AdSense support or whatever. Got my ID validated. I'm still waiting for them to send me a verification pin. Once I get that, I'll go downtown and pick it up and enter it in. Hopefully, then I'll be verified for YouTube. That'll be cool. That'll be a big hassle, take care for me. I want to deal with that anymore. And then maybe I'll get paid from YouTube from people watching ads. It's not much, but it is something, and every little bit helps. I don't know. I've been trying to focus more on being. I was watching this show. I forget what it was called. Lucy. That's what it was. That the movie was called Lucy. It was talking about this one guy. He's talking about, as a focus, we as humans tend to focus more on having than being. I guess when you have everything you need, then you can focus on being something. When you're a teenager, just you're focusing on I am this, this is who I am, and it's important. But over time, we kind of lose that. It becomes, especially when you're homeless, you get to a point where you're just like, well, I don't have this, or I don't have that, and there's a focus on that because it's different. And sorry, what if we could just focus on being? It is hard to get past there's a paradigm shift of getting here into the woods and focusing on being rather than having, since you have a lot less. But it's something it's something that I'm working on, trying to get past. But let's see. Um, Other than that, I was sick for a good week and a half, 2 weeks there. Allergies and a fever. And the thing is like you don't realize it at first because you're dealing with the temp, you're dealing with everything, and But like I'd gotten to a point one time where I was heading out the library, and I was just like I was dizzy, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized, oh, I have a fever. Oh, how nice is that, right? Um, and there was a couple of nights I woke up feverish and not pleasant, But even when I was not homeless, before I was homeless, when I get sick, I prefer to be alone and like just push through it. And coincidentally, that's it's easier to do. You don't have to worry about people checking up on you. I guess you just you go through. Allergies have been bad, especially lately. I do have some allergy medicine. This is my bag of meds. I don't know where the rest is. Oh, my antibiotics. These are antihistamines anyway. So I've got enough of that right now. I don't know how long this will last me, but just pushing through, the weather is really changing. Other people see it as, oh, it's so pretty, the leaves are changing. But for me, I see it like I've got a berm over here, and that's fine. But I've got to build one over there, and I've just been putting it off just because it's basically there's no limbs or twigs and stuff around here. I have to actually walk several hundred feet in that direction to pick them up and bring them over here individually, and then I can build something like that. Ow, goodness, I don't know. Like more and more, I'm waking up, or I'm sitting up, or I'm getting up, or I'm doing something, and then I get to a point where it's like I want to get out of this situation. Like I want to get into something like a good situation, but like I don't know how. But then I realize again that just wanting to change your situation doesn't really help, especially when there's no plan of action. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. And so here I am at the edge of the world, and not really sure how to proceed. I'm talking to a guy I met on my channel. He's also homeless. Good guy, and we're doing Marco Polo. And it's good. It's good to talk to somebody that's in kind of a similar situation. He's older, and he's a little bit more out in the bush than I am. But sometimes it's just nice to talk shop, compare notes, and I don't really feel like I have a whole lot of in common with other homeless here. I've got my homeless neighbor down here. I was walking past his campsite, and I noticed his tarp. Like we don't really talk very often. Well, like the only time we talk is if we happen to meet one another like out and about, waiting at the bus stop or something like that. But I was walking past his campsite, and I noticed his tarp was down. I was like, that's weird. But on my way out, I encountered him and met him. And it looks like he's been AWOL. He's been not at his campsite for a while, so that's why his tarp was down. I don't know. I guess things are okay here. I've got a pretty good camp set up. It's a little colder than I remembered from last year. Sitting in my tent, I've got when I close everything, when I close the tent, and then I put the sleeping bag flap, I thought it would be warmer inside. The ambient temperature, it's still warmer. It can be warm. Do it like a sit up or 3, and then suddenly, it gets warmer. But I don't know. I got some peppermint, like some essential oil, some peppermint. I should have gotten lavender. I don't really like the smell of peppermint. But like I was listening, when I first set this up, I was hearing some scrambling from, rats or rodents or whatever, and so the essential oils really do help. But peppermint or mint, I just don't like the smell of it. It's too overpowering. But I'll just put a couple of drops up near my head, up on the side or whatever, and suddenly all that scrabbling stops. And that's rewarding because, I can tell, like, I'll go to sleep and it'll be quiet, but I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have had dreams of something to do with rats, always. And it's disturbing, and I don't feel like I sleep very well. So having the mint really allows me to sleep fairly well. The weather, if I was living in an apartment right now, the weather is ideal. It's 50s, low 60s, good jacket weather, good puff jacket weather, not too cold. I don't know. I feel like I've been preparing for the winter the last few months, and now that it's coming, I feel prepared somewhat, but I'm not looking forward to it. It's all going to culminate in February when it's going to be freezing. January is not going to be that pleasant. It's going to stay like the temperature that it is now, pretty much up until December. It'll get colder, obviously, but it's not going to get like down to the teens or whatever like it did last year. Until January, February, and I don't know what I'll do with that. Just deal, the best I can do. Gonna head up to the library today. My charges are out of my batteries, and I need to get squared away. I appreciate everybody following my channel and watching and commenting and just being so supportive. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and you guys' support. But I hope your road's a good one. If you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. Peace.